See if they can catch the Dakota Wesleyan defense napping here. Aggressive early. Dakota Wesleyan, they're going to have the wind right now as they're coming towards the south here. They're going from my left to my right. And that's going to be a throw in here as the ball lands clear up in the bleachers here. Here on the west side of Lloyd Wilson Field. Throw in. It's going to be taken here by Dakota Wesleyan. It's Colin Burke, the senior from Ireland, taking away that as he's going to put one over the middle. Nice headers. Bunch of headers early on here from both teams. Both teams are struggling. There's going to be a foul here. Looks like on HC. I think they're going to be Juan Rubio with the foul here. And it's going to be a free kick here for Dak West. And it's Lewis Watchley here with the free kick as he just hands it back to his teammate here, Colin Burke. Watchley with the ball, kicks it deep. He's got a nice lead there for Dakota Wesleyan. Oh, he heads it back to his teammate. Their number 3, Lucas Adamhuber, but nothing done there. It looks like it's going to be a throw-in. It's going to favor of HC. Ellis Stokes is going to throw it in here. The 5'9" junior from Milton Keynes, England. It looks like we're going to have another throw-in. You're going to hear that a lot tonight. Another throw-in. Both teams are kind of feeling each other out of here a little bit. See what they're going to bring to the table. That's going to be a takeaway here from Dak West, but then they kick it out of bounds. So another throw-in here from HC. It's going to be Stokes again. He's going to find David Hoti, the senior from Italy. Gets it out onto his wing out here. They're going to play back a little bit as Dakota Wesleyan's trying to be aggressive. Nothing doing. Kind of a fight there along the sideline. Still kind of a fight down there on the sidelines. Looks like Dakota Wesleyan is going to take away with it. But nope. HC takes it right back. HC now with the ball. We got a play here towards the goal, but it's going to be out of play here. It's going to be a throw in here for Dakota Wesleyan. David Lennon's going to take that in, the 6-foot sophomore from Ireland. Back in the deep corner here towards the north to my left. Kind of blocked here. He's going to have to stand up a little bit to see in that far corner. I do have a monitor here as well. Nice play there by the HC defense there at midfield. It was Adonis Shabani, the 6'4" sophomore from Cologne, Germany, just to get that ball out of there. And it looks like it's going to be a throw in. And that's going to be David Lennon throwing that ball in. Ball gets out of play. Now an HC throw in. And that looks like it's going to be Juan Lopez Ortega going to throw the ball. Nope, he's going to hand it off to his teammate. And that is Stokes again. He tried to find Juan Rubio, the 5'9" junior from Mexico here down there, but it wasn't able to get a handle on the ball. It's going to be out of bounds. It's going to be a free kick here from Dakota Wesleyan. 0-0 here in the first period of play. It is only about 5 minutes have gone so far. You haven't hardly missed anything. 5 minutes have gone by thus far, and we get a breakaway here for Dakota Wesleyan. That is going to be Evan Bolster, the freshman from Ireland, gacked in the corner. Shakes one HC defender. He's coming towards the box. And it's going to be a block. Oh, nice save! Nice save there by Ethan Wilkins. That ball is going to be on line here for Dakota Wesleyan. Nice block there by Stokes and the gang for HC to kick that thing away. And Dakota Wesleyan was able to kick it out of bounds. So it's going to be a free kick here for HC. Nice block by Watkins and the gang. Couldn't tell who's all down there. There's like 3 or 4 bodies mixed in down there. But good job by the HC defense. HC going to go back, get back to Watkins. Going to reset here offensively for HC. As HC isn't able to do that right now, as Dakota Wesleyan has been kind of early on getting into the HC defensive zone here. We're gonna have a foul down here, and it looks like it's gonna go against Shabani there, the 6'4" sophomore from Cologne, Germany. And it's gonna be a free kick, or if they're gonna give it a free kick, or it's gonna be a throw in here. It's gonna be a free kick. I'll give you a number here in a second. Is Jake Watt, the junior from Banff, Scotland. There's a lot of European flavor you'll hear tonight from Dakota Wesleyan. Oh, no, that's not Jake Banff. I'm sorry. That is A.J. Bowman, the sophomore from Ireland. Look at the right sheet. That will help you a lot, as nothing doing there for Dakota Wesleyan, as a throw-in from Watkins there. Oh, a breakaway here from Dakota Wesleyan. Kind of a bad play there from HC, but HC was able to hang on to the ball as they're going to try and scoot up field here, but Dakota Wesleyan defense is all over it. Going back to their goalkeeper, Zachary Stevens, a sophomore from Idaho Falls, Idaho. Right now, both teams playing aggressively, as you expect. GPAC's always competitive. Hard play. That's what you get here in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Back in the defensive zone here for Dakota Wesleyan. He's going to have a shot on goal. That's going to be Evan Bolster, the freshman from Ireland. He boots it over. It would have been good for him for the American football side. That thing went through the uprights, but that's over the net. That's going to be a free kick here for the Broncos. Some fresh faces going to be probably coming in here in a little bit. I'll get you those as soon as I possibly can. As of right now, there's nobody at the scores table, but here in a little bit, I'm sure there'll be subs coming in. HC's kind of got a breakaway here in the middle of the field, back in Dakota Wesleyan territory. As they're trying to play keep away, they're kind of in that back corner towards the sideline, not where you want to be. In any case, Moro Figueroa is going to have the ball right now for HC, the junior from Spain, as he's trying to break through two Dakota Wesleyan defenders. They're like, Going to be a kick there from Stevens out towards midfield. It's going to be played. It's going to be out of bounds, actually. It's going to favor Dakota Wesleyan. 80-degree night. A little bit of a breeze, but not too terrible for late September here in Hastings. Dakota Wesleyan and Hastings College. As we're going to have a throw in here on the far sideline from Vincent Wagner, the 5'11 junior from Germany. As Dakota Wesleyan is trying to play, but Hastings College says, no, it's our ball. And it's going to be out of play in favor of the Hastings College. They'll have a throw-in. Apologize if I get names not as quickly. I'll be sure I'll remember them here by the end of the game here. So bear with me on that, as I'm trying to learn these names for the first time this week. So bear with me. Got a ball here stuck in the corner. It's going to be kicked back out towards the HC goalkeeper, Ethan Watkins. He's just going to take it here about the 20-yard line. He's going to kick that baby away towards his teammates. And Ellis Stokes, and back towards Watkins is Dakota Wesleyan's trying to play aggressive. Nice. Nope. Not going to be. It was going to be a great play there by the Dakota Wesleyan defense. He almost had a breakthrough on that. Possibly would have scored, but nope. Ball got away just a little bit. As HC has kind of got a little bit of a breakaway here, but nope. It's going to be a corner kick. As Neil Ennis was able to kick that ball away, but the ball went on the backside of the flag over there, so it's going to be a corner kick. And it looks like it's going to be Wade McWhorter, the 5'10 senior from Loveland, Colorado, is going to do the honors here for HC. There's the boot. There's a attempted header by HC, but no good on that, as Stevens was able to corral that ball pretty easily. Kick down here, all the way down to about 80 yards. Played by Evan Bolster, but HC was able to get there and get the ball out of bounds, so now it's going to be a throw-in. Homecoming Saturday for Hastings College, as we're going to have a foul here on the play. Time will stop, and it looks like it's going to be a yellow card. They're going to give Ellis Stokes the yellow card here, so that's one for him. Not what you wanted for HC. So it's going to be a free kick here for Dakota Wesleyan. As I'm trying to get the live stream going here. But it's going to be a free kick. And it's going to be Washley, the junior from Germany. With the free kick, as everybody's getting in position here. Here's the kick. He's going to get out of there. Nope, it's going to be hidden by Washley, but it's going to be right there towards Watkins. Nice play there by Watkins. Free kick here coming up for the Broncos. Yeah, kick down there towards Dakota Wesleyan side, but that's going to be easily played there by Stevens, the goalkeeper here for Dakota Wesleyan. As HC's got a chance here at a goal here. There's a kick. It's going to be played there by Stevens. It was tipped or off the foot off Dakota Wesleyan defender there, and it's going to be a free kick here. It's going to be a roll here for Dakota Wesleyan, as they're going to reset things up offensively. Still nothing. About 12 minutes gone here. As I mentioned, Tyson and Veronica is on Extreme Sports 2 with Hastings College Volleyball as they're taking on Briar Cliff here this afternoon. Dakota Wesleyan went on a handball there but didn't get it. It's going to be over there to Juan Lopez Ortega. They're in the middle, and Dakota Wesleyan's not going to have anything of it. They're going to get out of there. But nice, tough play here by both teams. Both teams really aggressive, as there's a shot towards the goal there for HC. That was Rubio there, but nothing done there. So it's going to be a free kick for Dak West. Provide you some score updates here in just a little bit when we get another timeout or something. Free ball down here. It's going to be played by Watkins here, the HC goalkeeper. HC will reset. Couldn't ask for a better night here. 80 degrees, barely a breeze. Stokes gets it right here near side next to Ortega. Ortega's trying to play, and he's going to get a foul call. He's going to call a foul on Ortega. He thought he was getting tackled, but nope. He was battling there with A.J. Bowman, the sophomore from Ireland. And the ref's like, nope, it's going to be a foul on Rubio. So free kick here for Dakota Wesleyan. What's so nice here about Lloyd Wilson Field, he's got these nice press boxes with the windows, so you're able to open and shut them and everything else. As Dak West is going to play this ball, but a nice play by the HC defense. Had a little bit of breakaway, but Dakota Wesleyan was there to make the play, and that was Washley. Center of the field here for Dakota Wesleyan, now back towards the far side, towards the east side. This field runs north and south. As we're going to have probably another foul here against HC, and we are. And that's going to go on Jake Watt. The foul took place around the 31-yard line here on the American football side of things. So it's going to be a free kick. Ref blew the whistle. He can go at any time. There's the free kick into the box. It's going to be headed out. Who are they going to call? They're going to call a corner kick. But we have a Dakota Wesleyan player holding his back. And the HC players with nice sportsmanship there. They're helping him up. That is number 17, Maximilian Knoll. And if I botched some of these names, I apologize. He is a 6'2 freshman from Germany. Big, strong kid, he is. Another corner kick. Nice play there by the HC defense. Nice play there. Colin Burke was trying to get that play into the box again, but the HC defense said, nuh-uh. There's another play towards the HC box, but nice play there by Shabani there to keep that ball out of Ethan Watkins' box there. HC on the move. Rubio with the ball. Kind of playing around. Getting it back to Stokes. Nice play there by Dakota Wesleyan's David Lennon. He got that ball out of play. It's going to be a throw in here. And it looks like it's going to be Lopez Ortega throwing it in for HC. Nope, they're going to give it back to Stokes. I think he just goes over to get the ball for Stokes so he can throw the ball in. It's nice to have binoculars, too, when they're clear down that far corner. Throw in. Be played away by Dakota Wesleyan. A high fly ball here like you would in baseball, but be headed around. It's going to be played here by Dakota Wesleyan. Fish almost gets in the way. Nice ball there from Dak West, but nice play by the HC defense to knock that thing back towards Dakota Wesleyan territory. Now they'll reset as now we got a injured Bronco down there, and it looks like that's Mauro Figueroa, the 5'9 junior from Spain. It looks like they're calling for some medical attention. Looks like he's in pain. I don't know if he took a kick to the shin or I was looking down the other way. We have a minute. I can provide some college football updates while we're at it. Ole Miss down in Hotty Toddy Land. Ole Miss 24-13. Lead over LSU with 11 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Auburn, Texas A&M. A&M leads 16-10 with about 3 minutes to go in that ball game. Indiana, the red-hot Indiana Hoosiers, after what they did to Illinois last week, leads 20-13 over the Iowa Hawkeyes. 23-20, Mississippi State with the lead over Tennessee. That's about 4 minutes to go in the 4 minutes to go in the third. It's like we're gonna have a sub here. We're gonna have a sub for Figueroa. And it looks like it's gonna be number 19, Giovanni Hernandez, a 5'8 freshman from right here in Hastings. As we're gonna get back play, and it looks like Figueroa is not putting any weight at all on that left leg. One more scoring update. Ohio State with a big win on the road at Washington, 24-6. Illinois, 34-32 win over USC earlier today. Georgia Tech, a 30-29 overtime victory in the ACC over Wake Forest. So that's some scoring updates. We'll provide more as the night progresses. More games getting ready to kick off as heading back to action here on the soccer pitch here at Lloyd Wilson Field. Dakota Wesleyan with the ball. Be on that far sideline. Ball kind of kicked around a little bit as both teams are battling for the ball. Looks like it's going to be a throw in. It's going to be in favor of the Broncos. And that looks like it's going to be... Looks like Makeda there, the senior from Valencia, Spain, throwing the ball in. That was a HC, was able to get it out and throw it back, or kick it back to goalkeeper Watkins, and he'll kick it back down the field and allow his defense to possibly reset here. Dakota Wesleyan now has the ball. They're going to have a breakaway here for Dakota Wesleyan. Going to be in on goal. Oh, hits the post. Hits the post. Bolster with the shot on goal, and that thing hits the post. Oh, what an opportunity there for Dakota Wesleyan to put the early punch. Thank goodness for that goal being as narrow as it is. That baby was online, and he had a free shot. And it looks like we're going to have another foul. And it looks like they're not. HC is not happy. And some of the fans, you can maybe hear them, they're not happy at all. And it looks like, I'll give you a number here in a second. It is Lopez Ortega. He is pleading his case with the official, and the officials have none of it. He thought maybe it was a flop, but the head official didn't see it that way. It looks like we're going to have an argument here from the Dakota Wesleyan side of things. He thought maybe it should have been more than that. It looks like it's going to be number 10, Washley, here with the free kick about right around the 6-yard line of the football side of things. Getting everybody lined up here. Looks like Rubio and Silks here in the front wall here for HC, see if they can block it here. It's going to be a shot on goal. Nice play there by the HC defense, and it looks like it's going to be what are they going to call? Wow, they're going to call it off HC. I thought it went off Hastings College, but they're going to give Hastings College the ball, and all Dakota Wesleyan players are like, what? Nope, it's going to be HC ball with a throw in. Couple headers here. It's going to be a throw in again here by HC for two Dakota Wesleyan's McWhorter. They're knocking the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in here. That's Lennon going to throw the ball in. That ball's going to be out of play. It's going to be a free kick for Watkins and the Broncos. Got a play in early, and it's going to be another play. It's kicked right to another Dakota Wesleyan player. But HC was able to play good on defense on the back end. HC's going to have a little bit of a breakaway here. Get you numbers here. As Pedroza, the local product from Hastings, was battling down there. And it looks like HC is going to get a corner kick here. AC, I'm not talking about Adams Central, I'm talking about Hastings College here. Can't say my alma mater, but Hastings College with the corner kick. And that is McWhorter here with the corner kick as he's battling the sun a little bit. There's the ball in. Kicked around. It's going to be Dakota Wesleyan kind of kicks that ball out, so it's going to be a little... HC is going to have to re-attack again as they're bringing everything backwards. As they found a nice ball there. Getting back to McWhorter there on the outside. Nothing doing. Nice play there by the Dakota Wesleyan defense and Vincent Wagner. Ball still in play. It's going to be Pedroza down here for HC. Found a shot. Oh, just out of play, just out of reach. He was trying to find Hoti, the 5'10 senior from Italy, and Pedroza just led him just a little bit too far. So now it's going to be a free kick here for Hastings College, or for Dakota Wesleyan. About 23 minutes gone by, still nothing for between Hastings College and Dakota Wesleyan. 5 shots to 2 in favor of Dakota Wesleyan. HC has the lead in corners, 2-1. As the ball's going to be played down here by Dakota Westland, but it's going to be denied. It was going to be Adam Huber down here, but he got played by the HC defense, and now the Westland's going to have to reset. As Dakota Westland now is going to reload here and is going to try and fire back towards HC goal, but acts like we're going to have another foul, and that's going to go against Dakota Westland. That's going to be on number 7, Bolster. As going to have another free play here by Dakota Wesleyan, but nothing well doing. It's going to be blocked there by HC, and they're going to kick it down the field, and they're going to give the Tigers here a free kick. It looks like Stevens just rolled the ball to his teammate. Now it's going to head over to Colin Burke. Both teams are trying to play the middle of the field, and nothing seems to be working right now. Early on, teams make adjustments. As they're kind of pretty aggressive early on, but I think both teams have kind of had to settle down a little bit. Both teams playing well. Dakota Westland's just kind of stuck here in their side of the field, but now they got it past the what we call midfield. Now heading backwards again. Gonna have to reset as they're heading back over here to Burke. As he fires one in towards HC goalie, but nothing doing there. Watkins was able to corral that baby easy as he's gonna roll it over here to the near side. That should be a foul there on Dakota Wesleyan, but no call. Stokes got shoved in the back, but no call. As Dakota Wesleyan was able to get that free ball, now it's going to be Dakota Wesleyan in HC territory, but nice play there by the defense there to knock it out of play. As HC now going to have a chance to run with it. As Pedroza gets the ball knocked away there by Bowman. Dakota Wesleyan now gets to deal with the ball back in their own territory as they're going to try and reset here. Man, it's just going to be an up and down fight here between the Broncos and the Tigers here. And now it's going to be early evening as it hits the 6 o'clock hour here in central Nebraska. There's a kick towards HC goal. Looks like it's going to be out of play. It's going to be a free kick here for the Broncos. Watkins is looking for the ball. Looks like we're going to have a couple of subs here. I'll get you those here in just a second. It looks like it's going to be Ryan Ford, and it's going to be Lewis Cunningham. And then looks like it's going to go out for Adam Huber and Maximilian Knoll. Like I said, learning some new names. Bear with me. Play here by HC. Kicked it off the leg. It's going to be HC ball, but now it's going to be a kick back from Dakota Wesleyan. Watkins is there. And I'll learn these names here shortly. As both teams trying to find scoreboard for the first time this evening. As ball back towards Watkins. Gonna have a ball down here on the far sideline by HC. And it looks like it's David Hoti there. But Dakota Wesleyan was able to get that ball out of there. $16 and some change left here in the first half here of our doubleheader of Hastings College soccer as the women go tonight around 8 o'clock. Nothing between the Broncos and Tigers here in the men's game. Ball away there from Stokes. It's going to be a header here for HC. HC's got a chance here. Esme McWhorter is going to be handed off to Ortega there, and he tried to kick on goal, but nothing done there. It's going to be out of play. It's going to be a free kick as we got a injured Tiger down there, and it looks like that's going to be number 22. That's Wagner. And then it looks like we got a sub here for HC. Looks like number, give you a number here. Number 18, that is Connor Wood, the 5'11 junior from Australia. Coming in, I didn't get a chance to see who that other sub was, and I apologize, I'll get to that. It looks like we're going to have a medical timeout here as the head official is going to say, oh, we're going to need a sub for him. He's either got blood or he's got something. It looks like I'll get you a number here, and that's going to be number 27 coming in for Dakota Wesleyan, and that's going to be Venice Stunny. Coming in there for Wagner. Dakota Wesleyan now will get the kick. As the ball's going to be down here and towards HC territory, and HC's going to keep that ball away. He's going to hit it out. Watkins, he's going to boot it back down about midfield here and allow the chance to breathe a little bit. We're going to have an offsides call against HC. So Dakota Wesleyan will come in, and that other sub I mentioned earlier for HC was number 5, Sebastian Palmer, is going to be in the ball game. Now he's going to take place of Johnny Pedroza. Ball kicked around here as Dakota Wesleyan is now in control. As I mentioned earlier, we got a break here for Dakota Wesleyan. Ooh, nice play there by Stokes there to knock that thing out of play. And we're going to have a goal. We're going to have a goal. That is number 10, Lewis Washley. Put that thing in from about 25 yards out. Found the back of the net, and it's going to be 1-0 Dakota Wesleyan. Wow. That was top shelf. And Watkins wasn't able to put a finger on it, but that thing found top shelf, and that thing had some zip. That thing had some zip. As the Tigers take the 1-0 lead here with 13 minutes to go. And now if you're HC, you got to find a way to keep this baby at 1-0, or if you can find an equalizer of their own right before half. It's Luis Watchley. Not Lewis, it's Luis. HC will now will restart the game here And Dakota Westland's kind of turning up the heat a little bit as they want to see if they can put another one up on the scoreboard right before half, as you're going to have a kick down here to Watkins. He secures that puppy easy. Throws it down here to the near side. HC was able to kick that baby away down the field. Controlled by Westland here. Now Stokes. Back to... Nope, it's going to be a turnover here. That's going to be Stoney, and that's going to be a foul on HC. We have a free kick here. Free kick here for the Tigers of Dakota Westland. It looks like it's going to be David Lennon there with the honors. That's getting everybody all set up down there about the 10-yard line. Sun's starting to become an issue here. As the sun's kind of starting to set here a little bit, starting to have some shadows. There's the kick. Nice play by Watkins. He can clear out of his goalie box there to make the play. Oh, that's going to... Wow. I thought that was for sure going to be a foul there on HC, but official said, nope, that's going to stand, and that was Moises Churches in there now in the ball game for HC. All Dakota Westland players thought that was for sure a foul, or at least probably for sure a yellow card, but nope. As HC's going to have a breakaway now as Ortega has the ball here for HC. Going down the near sideline here, is trying to outrun the Dakota Westland player, and it looks like as you can tell, HC fans are not happy, but it's going to be a free kick here for Dakota Westland, as Lopez Ortega wanted a foul there against Ryan Ford, but he didn't get the call. As it's going to be a free kick here for Dakota Westland. And it's going to be number 5, Colin Burke. Ball kicked in the air. Battle. It's going to be a foul there on Bowman there for Dakota Westland. So HC will now have a free kick. And it looks like it's going to be Juan Rubio. Doing the honors here. As we have got 10 minutes to go left here in the first half, plus extra time, whatever that may be. Free kick here from Rubio. It's in on goal. It's going to be through the actual uprights of the field goal posts on the American football side of things, but not in the back of the net. So it's going to be a free kick here as we're going to have another sub. And it looks like it's going to be Nikolai Coastal is going to sub in for Ellis Stokes. Stokes is out. Coastal is in. Coastal is a 5'11" sophomore middle from Frankfurt, Germany. Go to Westland with the ball. Nice play there. Nice play there by Rubio to get the ball away. He's going to set up his teammate. But nothing. McWhorter wanted it. And it looked like it was out on Dakota Westland, but the official says, nope, it's going to be HC ball. As Lopez Ortega is going to do the honors. Yep, get the ball in. Kick in towards the goal. But going to be played there by Dakota Westland. They're going to get that baby out of there. But it looks like they're going to come down the far sideline here. That is Cunningham. Tries to find his teammate downfield, but no doing as HC defense denied that as going to ball kick back to Watkins. He's going to re-kick this baby. Down the far sideline on the east side. Still a battle out there down on that far sideline. It's nice. The numbers are easy to read. Dakota Wesleyan, blue shirts, blue tops, blue shorts, white numerals. Hastings College, white pants, white shirts, red numerals. Or I should say they're black numerals. Here this evening, as we're going to have a ball out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in here for Dakota Wesleyan. Throw in here. It's going to go to Burke. Back over to Lennon. And we're going backwards again. Dakota Wesleyan's trying to reset up their offense. And Hastings College has played pretty good defense thus far. Both teams, really. And it looks like we're going to have a ball out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in for HC. As HC was able to kind of do a breakaway, and that should be a foul, and they're not going to call it. Now you're going to get a foul here against HC. It was Troches wanted to foul there, but he didn't get it. Now there's a foul on HC. There's the whistle. Back in play here. Coming back to the far side, and it's going to be played by HC here. As Hastings College now kind of has a breakaway. It's Rubio with the ball. He's going to try to battle three guys. He's going to find his teammate down here in the corner. That's going to be Troches, and he was able to find a shot on goal, but nothing denied there. HC back at it again, but nice play there by Bolster there to kick that ball out of there and kick the ball away. Now Dakota Wesleyan on the attack here. As the ball is going to be trailing back down here, and that's going to be Lennon. Kicked in towards the goal, out of play. As we have another stoppage. Looks like the official is talking to a couple of guys down there. Like been some John. And he's saying, just cut it out, guys. Well, it's probably going to be cards for both of you. As we're still talking to the official. The official talked to the Wesleyan player now. He's talking to Rubio here. As Rubio and Colin Burke were kind of getting at it back down there on the other side. So, official saying, I'm having enough, guys. It's time to play. Ball is going to be out of play, and that's going to be a goal kick for Ethan Watkins. 5:45 left here in the first half, plus some extra time. Free ball out of play. It's going to be in favor of the Broncos as the throw in. It's going to kind of get away. It's going to be controlled by Dakota Wesleyan. As Rubio is kind of playing around with the ball here. Got a chance on goal. And they're going to call a goal kick. They're going to call a penalty kick here in the box. They're going to call a penalty kick in the box. And it looks like it's, give you a number here in a second. As it's Troches there. He's going to get the penalty kick shot here for the Broncos. And I'm trying to pick up a number here for who that is for Dakota Wesleyan as he's still laying on the ground. He both took a kind of a shot to the leg there. And he's still kind of gimpy. Looks like that's number 6. Looks like that's A.J. Bowman, looks like. As we got a few more subs coming in. As it's going to be Connor Wood coming back in, as long as Jake Watt and Juan Rubio coming back in. And it's going to be Moises Troches is going to be he's going to get the penalty kick here for HC, see if they can put one in the back of the net for the Broncos and tie this baby back up at 1 apiece. As Bowman's still laying on the ground. Give you some score updates across the G-Pack here really quick. Get my page to refresh. It looks like on the volleyball side, Concordia did sweep Dort 3-0 in the volleyball side of things. And soccer side, men's soccer, Northwestern beat Jamestown, the former G-Pack conference. Beat them 4-1 today. Women's volleyball, Mount Marty, 3-2 win over Waldorf. On the women's soccer side, Doane 5-1 win over Waldorf. Concordia with a 4-1 win over Briarcliff. And right now, Briarcliff leads 2-1 over Hastings. And it looks like Briarcliff and Hastings are about dead even there in the fourth set here, as we're going to have a penalty kick here for Moises Troches here for HC. Zachary Stevens is going to try and see if he can keep this baby out of the net. As a whistle. Troches is lining up here, the left-footed boot. He found the back of the net. That's a goal. That is a goal. As you hear the horn. Troches with the goal for Hastings College and gives them a goal. That's a sound of thunderstruck. Playing here on the loudspeakers. We're tied up at 1 apiece. Good timing there for HC to find the penalty kick, find the back of the net. Now they're right back in this baby. I take that back. I apologize. It looked like a 9 to me. It is Juan Lopez Ortega with the goal. My apologies. Looked like a 9 back here to me, but it was number 3, Juan Lopez Ortega, 6-foot senior from Mexico. As Dakota Westland's back in the HC defense here pretty early, but nice play there by HC to get that baby out. Now as Dakota Westland's kind of traveling back here and kind of reset their offense here. A lot of subs here, trying to keep track of names. I'm doing as best as I can, and I'm sure you guys understand that. Here on the Extreme Sports Network. Busy afternoon. Football earlier. I was doing some sideline reporting. Tyson Bronk over on Extreme Sports 2 calling volleyball. And I'm back here in the press box calling some soccer tonight. And Tyson will join me here once he is done with his volleyball duties. As it looks like we're going to have a foul here on HC. And another foul. It's going to be Lopez Ortega here for. And that was his first of the season for Lopez. I did call it right. It is Lopez Ortega. Yep. First goal of the season. Good job to that young man. I really wanted a foul down there, and they're going to call it. HC bench erupted on that call right out the sidelines there. They're going to call that on. They're going to call that on Lewis Cunningham. HC with the ball. 3 and some change plus some extra time here left here in the first period of action. It's really, really aggressive. Both teams are battling for that ball, and bodies are flying like crazy. Nice play by Rubio to spin that ball around Cunningham there, as we're going to have a ball down the sideline here, and HC can't do anything with it. It looks like it's going to be a throw in favor of the Tigers. Michael Kelly with the throw in. Yep, 2-1, and as I stand corrected, both games are being shown on Extreme Sports 1. So I apologize if I said Channel 2. They're both on 1. So you're going to see, if you're on our Roku channel, you'd probably see both volleyball and soccer here at the same time here this evening, as I just got the text from that. Pretty cool. And it is Briarcliff up 2-1, as we're going to have a kick towards the goal there, but it's going to be out of play. It's going to be a goal kick here for Dakota Wesleyan. Nope, they're going to say it's going to be out of bounds on Dakota Wesleyan. It's going to be a corner. And it looks like that's going to be number 11, Wade McWhirter, back there for Hastings, doing the corner kick duties. As ball is in, ball got over everybody's heads, but it looks like it's going to be played by HC. Another shot in there on goal, but Dakota Wesleyan was right there all over it. So the ball's out of there, and they're going to call a foul on Lopez Ortega. As the students and fans are here, quite a pretty good crowd here for a beautiful Saturday evening on homecoming here on the campus of Hastings College. We're under a minute to go. As played by HC, and they're going to head back towards to my left here. They're play with the ball. As the ball gets kind of kicked away, and that's going to be a throw in for HC. Picata throw the ball in. Play down here in the corner. HC wants to try and get a corner kick out of it, and they're going to get it. Picata there with the corner kick. No, they're going to say it's going to be a free kick here. They're going to call a free kick, and it looks like it's going to be Rubio. They're going to try and hurry. And it's going to be headed out of there. 3, 2, and 1. There is no extra time. At this level, I always forget there is no extra time here. So they're going to say it's going to be the end of the first half. So your score after the first half of action, first 45 minutes, it is Hastings 1, Dakota Wesleyan 1. I'll give you some official stats here in just a little bit. But at halftime, 1-1 here on the campus of Hastings College. You're listening to Hastings College Soccer, and it's exclusively here on Extreme.
I feel like from the time we were young, the golden rule was always something with being sisters in our house. They would always say, treat your sister how you want to be treated, and sometimes we did better at that than others, but
it only seemed right. You know, we both knew that we wanted to live close to family, and so we both chose to come back to Hastings. We have our families close, we have each other, we get to raise our kids together, and we both get to serve the community of Hastings. Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They do. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're two sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, Our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volunteer Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Back here at halftime here, it is 1-1. Hastings College and Dakota Wesleyan all knotted up here at 1 apiece. Give you some numbers here. For Dakota Wesleyan, they have 6 shots, 1 on goal. They've had 0 saves, 1 corner kick. No team, both were not called for offside. There's been 5 fouls against Dakota Wesleyan. And for HC, they've had 4 shots, 1 of them on goal. No saves there for Ethan Watkins. 3 corners, no offsides, and 11 fouls called here against the Hastings College Broncos. See if the Broncos can kind of clean that up a little bit, as you don't want some yellow cards out there, I'll tell you that much. Give you some more scores here as they're coming in to me while we have a little bit of time here. Let's see. On the men's side of things, Morningside is at Midland, and it's 2-1 in favor of Midland here as they reached halftime there. And the football side of things, on the NAI or on the GPAC side of things, I should say, it's Dort at Northwestern, and Northwestern's only up 7-0 as they're starting the second quarter here. So. And on the men's soccer pitch, Dort at Mount Marty, it is knotted up at 1 apiece. It looks like some other scores have gone final already that I have already mentioned. As I'll give you some college football scores. Throughout the country, busy day in the college football landscape, both at every level. Give you a rundown here of some scores that are going on right now. Some major ones. Mississippi State 34-27 lead over Tennessee with about 8 minutes to go in that ball game. Just underway, about 10 minutes in. Iowa State leads 8-0 over Arizona. Virginia Tech with a 3-0 lead over NC State. And that one is about halfway through the first quarter. And then some finals. I'll read across them again. 24-6 Ohio State with a win over Washington. Just went final. Ole Miss, old Lane Kiffin defeats number 4 LSU on Ole Miss's home turf. A big win for Lane Kiffin and the guys down in Mississippi. That's Texas A&M. The old Fighting Aggies find a way to win again. 16-10 win over Auburn. Kurt Signetti and the red-hot Indiana Hoosiers. My goodness. They just find ways to win. It's ugly, and they faced Iowa, and Iowa plays tough defense at home. 20-15 win. Indiana with the win. Nebraska, of course, is off this week as they get a bye, as they'll take on the Michigan State Spartans at home at 3 o'clock next week. Georgia Tech 30-29 win in overtime over Wake Forest earlier today. And talk about Vanderbilt. Man, this team is 5-0. I believe this is the first time they've scored more than 50 points, if I read that stat correctly, in back-to-back games for the first time since 1915. I'll say that again. The first time Vanderbilt has scored back-to-back 50 or more points in a game since 1915, as they were able to score a 55-35 win over Utah State earlier today. Illinois, a bounce-back win after they got absolutely destroyed 63-10 last week against Indiana. Come back and win at home 34-32 over a pretty stingy USC team and Lincoln Riley. Notre Dame big today over Arkansas, 56-13. Minnesota, without one of their star players, finds a way to score a touchdown late. 31-28 over Rutgers as Minnesota, the Golden Gophers, and P.J. Fleck get the win. Duke, 38-3, big win over Syracuse. Louisville and Pitt, you hear that a lot on the volleyball side of things, that they had a great matchup here in football. 34-27, the Cardinals of Louisville, the win on the road at Pitt. Cincinnati and Kansas, man, what a ball game that was. Cincinnati was able to come away with that victory, 37-34 over the Jayhawks. And old Scott Frost in Central Florida, the former Husker quarterback and coach, goes down to Kansas State. Kansas State needing a big-time win when they need it the most, and they do. 34-20 as they were able to knock out Central Florida starting quarterback, and that made a difference. Kansas State with another win in the win column, 34-20. That's a huge win because the Wildcats were struggling. North Texas 36-22 win over South Alabama, and got some action here. Ohio 35-20 win over Bowling Green. Central Michigan 24-13 win over Eastern Michigan. James Madison 35-10 win over Georgia Southern earlier today. Northwestern, man, talk about Northwestern UCLA. Northwestern 17-14 win over UCLA. I believe this is their second game without Deshaun Foster, and UCLA gave them a fight. The Cal Golden Bears travel across country, take out Boston College 28-24. Baylor, the 45-27 win over at Oklahoma State, the first game without Mike Gundy as he was relieved of his duties earlier this week. Utah winning big 48-14 at West Virginia. San Diego State, Northern Illinois, talk about a defensive battle. 6-3 San Diego State with the win. Navy 21-13 over Rice, just to name a few. And New Mexico a 38-20 win over New Mexico State. Some big games yet to go tonight at here, just getting ready to kick off. Number 6 Oregon and number 3 Penn State. That's getting ready to kick off at 6:30 on NBC. Alabama and Georgia. Alabama, Georgia. You can't say no more. Kirby Smart looking for a second win against Alabama as the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs. That's getting ready to kick off here. Washington State, Colorado State, another couple games yet to go. Appalachian State, Boise going on here in a little bit. And in the late game tonight, BYU against Deion Sanders and the Colorado Buffaloes. That game will get on at about 9:15 tonight, depending on the games before them. And last night, man, what a games those been. I was able to catch the end of the, stay up for the Virginia-Florida State game, and that's about it. I fell asleep. Virginia with a 46-38 double overtime against Florida State last night. Arizona State with the upset win, 27-24 over TCU. And 27-24 won Houston over Oregon State. I saw Oregon State was up 14-0, but Houston came back and won that baby in overtime. Those are some scores thus far. As we're going to listen to some of our sponsors here, as we're going to come back. Ready to start the second half. We've got about 5 minutes to go, and I'll provide some more scoring updates here as we come back. But we got to do a little business with you here, and so we'll be back, provide some more scores, and get ready for the second half here between Hastings and Dakota Wesleyan on the men's side, tied up at 1 apiece. You're listening to Broncos Soccer.
I became the manager about 1.5 years ago. Now what I get to do is, as the manager, I get to support my nurses and continue to help them grow and develop into fantastic nurses that give exceptional care. The favorite part about my job is being able to round with those patients and hear how great my nurses are. They say, oh, so-and-so is great, and talk about the great care that they are providing to them. I just love the impact that nursing can make. That's why we do this job. You know, it's for those positive outcomes. It's for those miracle stories. It's for the relationships that you build and the heartache that you feel for these families, but yet the triumphs that they have at the end. And they get to hold their baby because of the care that we provided here. And that's just incredible to me. And that's the whole reason I became a nurse. Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
At High Street Insurance and Financial Services, we are agents of change. We believe life is full of new opportunities, and we guide you forward with strength and confidence so together we can build stronger, more resilient communities, illuminating the path ahead, where opportunities are always within reach. We do it for all our futures. High Street Insurance and Financial Services, located at 3606 Cimarron Plaza, Suite 280 in Hastings.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious. Naturally delicious.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Back here at Lloyd Wilson Field, Marcus Metcalf with you. Tyson Avronk will be joining me here in just a little while as he's finishing up as some volleyball duties. As Broncos need to win this set. Looks like they're trailing 20-17 in the fourth set against Briarcliff. The Broncos need to win that in order to force a deciding fifth against Briarcliff. The Chargers. Boy, what unique names here in the Great Plains Athletic Conference. Broncos, Chargers, Mustangs, Bulldogs, Tigers. Between Doane and Dak West here. The Lancers of Mount Marty. Unique names here. As both teams are still kind of going through their second half warm-ups here, as we had about a 10-15 minute breather in between halves here. As we're getting ready for some second half action, and tell you, HC, you better not be so aggressive. 11 fouls already, and you already had one yellow card, so you have to be careful here, not to go overboard and lose your motions a little bit. As try and keep yourself in this ball game, pick up another big win as you need it. You've won 3, you've lost 1, you've tied 2 in your last 6 games. So they get ready to play and get a chance to move yourself up in the standings. And like I said, as of right now, Northwestern and Dakota Westland lead 2 in the record column, 2 wins and 0 losses. As they're sitting on top of the GPAC standings. Keeping an eye on the volleyball matches. HC was able to make a little bit of run here. It's 20-20 here in the fourth set. So the Broncos are saying, we're not going to be done yet. We're going to try and see if we can fight this thing all the way to a fifth, as the lights are now turning on here in Lloyd Wilson Field at the Osborne Family Sports Complex. As we're facing towards the newly renovated Jack Osborne Track and Field Complex over there. That was beautifully well done, as they really had some bleachers over there as the track and field team hosted a conference last spring, and you couldn't ask for a better weekend to do it. And facilities around here are just incredible. Brand new turf field here installed a few years ago. Aged nicely thus far. But we're getting ready to go here for second half soccer here. And it looks like it's going to be 8C now will be going from our left to our right. As I'm getting my things reset here. Getting ready to go. And it looks like I've got the original starters back in, so bear with me. Looks like we do. Nope, I take that back. Nikolai Kostel's in there right now. And we're going to get ready to get underway here, as there's the whistle. And we're underway in the second half. HC controlling the ball. Caught here down here in front of me. As now Dakota Westland now takes the ball over, hitting back towards their goalkeeper there in Stevens. Dakota Westland was able to get that ball out of there. And as now HC is going to have a chance at it here. And see if they can find something down in the corner. And they were looking for a handball. And they're not going to get it. And it was Lopez Ortega wanted it there. And it looks like it's going to be a corner kick. And it looks like it's going to be, get you a number here. It's going to be Rubio doing the honors. As both guys are battling down here. Going in for the corner. Oh, just overshot, but HC controls it. Heading back in towards the box. And that's going to be a kick, and it's going to go out of play in favor of Dakota Wesleyan. They're going to have a free kick here. One. Just about a minute and a half into the second half. HC wanted a foul, but they're not going to grant it. Both teams are kind of battling for the ball here early on here in the second half. It's going to be a throw-in in for HC. They're going to try and get some offense going. Both teams are just playing a kind of hot potato with their heads here as Dakota Wesleyan was able to break away a little bit. And they're in possession. Trying to set up something offensively. As they're going to get past midfield here. It's Washley over to Lennon. It's like we're going to have a foul here. Yep, it's going to be a foul on Rubio. Foul on Rubio, and that's going to give a free kick here for the Tigers. Give you a number here. Looks like it's going to be Washley. With the kick, he's going to kick it from the football side of things at the 26. And there's the kick. Top of the deck. Oh, just over the top of the crossbar. That's going to be out of play, and that's going to be a goal kick here from Ethan Watkins and Hastings College. Like I said, if you're just joining us, welcome. This is Bronco Soccer here on Extreme Sports. Marcus Metcalf on the call. Joined here by Tyson Veronik here in a little while as he's doing some volleyball duties. Beautiful night. As it's homecoming. Couldn't ask for anything better for a Hastings College student. Homecoming week, and you're playing at home. Why not? As Dakota Wesleyan was able to get a breakaway here. But nice play there by Jake Watt there from HC to break that play up. And hey, now HC's going to have a breakaway. Shot in on goal by McWhorter. But sail is wide and out of bounds here, and it's going to be a goal kick or free kick here to Dakota Wesleyan. Still battling down here. We're going to have a late whistle, and we're going to call a foul here on HC. I think they're going to call that on Troches, I believe. Dakota Wesleyan now with the free kick. If that score reads me correctly, looks like Briarcliff just finished the fourth set, 25-23 win over the Broncos. So it looks like Briarcliff with a 3-1 win over HC. Bronco teams are 0-2 to start the day. Let's see if the soccer teams can break this thing even on a homecoming weekend. We're going to have a corner kick here for Briarcliff. And it looks like that's going to be Lennon down there doing the corner kicking duties. There's the kick. There's the header. Nice play there, and that's going to be a foul on Dakota Wesleyan. That was Neil Ennis in there trying to make the header, and then the foul. As HC is able to get the kick away. Trying to be a little aggressive here. HC down in Dakota Wesleyan territory. Wanted a foul call, but didn't get it. And they're going to call Trojan, and they're going to call yellow card. Yellow card number 2. That's number 2 for HC. As time has stopped here with 38:49 to go. As it's A.J. Bowman with the free kick. There's the kick. Down in the territory. Nice header there, but played there by Watkins. Yep, sun's starting to become an issue, especially down towards like the corners there. The sun's not quite down enough yet where shadows and you're trying to look into the sun. So give it about another half hour and it'll be almost dark. You don't have to worry about it anymore. Women's game shouldn't have a problem. We're going to have a throw in here to HC. And that's going to be Lopez Ortega there, the throw in. As both teams are battling around for the ball. It comes to the near side. That's going to be a mistake there by HC as the ball goes out of bounds. Going to be a throw in to Dakota Wesleyan. See which team can find the break that they need and go up 2-1. As Dakota Wesleyan might have a chance here as they kind of got some open space. As Bolster is trying to play. Looks like the ref's going to let these guys play because that's 2 in a row here. They let these guys get away with here. And it's going to be HC ball down on the far corner here towards my side. Nothing doing as Dakota Wesleyan kicks that ball out of the box. Big boot here down towards the right side for Dakota Wesleyan. As the ball is still kicked around, it looks like this baby's going to get out of play. And it's going to favor the Tigers. 36:45 left here. It's 1-1 between Dakota Wesleyan and Hastings College. Hastings College with the ball on their own side, though, as they're going to try and make their way upfield. As the ball's going to be out of play, it's going to favor Dakota Wesleyan. If you haven't been around central Nebraska lately in the last about week or two, mosquitoes are awful, and they're starting to bite tonight. Thank goodness I brought the off. Even though I'm up in a booth, bugs are still getting, I got the windows open. There's going to be a foul there on Dakota Wesleyan. We've been spraying. It's been awful. But tonight hasn't been too terrible as of late. We'll see as the night goes on as HC will be able to play the free kick away. Dakota Wesleyan comes up big with it, and it's going to be denied. Dakota Wesleyan had some numbers there, but HC was able to make a run at it. Now they got some numbers, and they're running with it. As a shot in on goal, denied. As Dakota Wesleyan's going to keep that ball out of there, and they're put the baby back towards midfield. And Dakota Wesleyan now keeps up with the ball. And they're going to call a push there against HC. Free kick. Free kick for Dakota Wesleyan as they're going to reset here and develop something and see if they can put this baby in the net. Far sideline. Another shove looks like, and he wants to call, and ref is going to say nope. Dakota Wesleyan breaks that baby down to the far sideline, and it's going to be picked up by HC. Now Dakota Wesleyan gets the ball back. That's going to be Adam Huber. He puts in a shot and a goal. Nice save there by Ethan Walk to be able to deflect that ball away. Looks like that's going to be a throw-in. It is going to be a throw-in. Let's go to Wesleyan. Control the ball. Another shot in. He's got a nice play there by number. Going to be played there. Ball still going around. It's going to be a foul there. That was Washley there. He had a chance at it, and another HC defender came in there and told him, Watchley with the chance on goal and wasn't able to come through. So now it's going to be a free kick here for HC. Dakota Wesleyan now gets the ball. It's going to be a nice kick here for Dakota Wesleyan. Denied. That was denied. Another going to be potential shot on goal. Donald still battling around. Oh, man. That was Knoll there twice for a shot on goal, and he was denied twice there by Ethan Watkins. And it looks like we're going to have a foul. Yep, we're going to have another yellow card. And that's going to be going on number... It's going to go on number 20. That's going to be on Coastal. 3 yellow cards tonight for HC. I believe 1 for Dakota Wesleyan. Going to be a free kick here for Dakota Wesleyan. She's going to be shot in on goal. It's going to get out of there. Nice play defensively. Going to be another header on a goal. Watkins trying to knock the thing out of there, and so is all the HC defense. Nice job. It's going to be out on the Broncos, but it's going to be a corner. 3 or 4 Bronco defenders, including Watkins down in there, keeping that ball out of there. But it's going to be a corner. Get you a number. And that's going to be Lennon down there. There's a shot on goal there. It's going to be out of there. Picked up by Dakota Wesleyan back here on that far side. It's going to, and then HC is going to kick that baby out. That's going to be a throw in for Dakota Wesleyan. Dakota Wesleyan gets it in. It's tough defense tonight by both teams. As there's a header down in there for Dak West, but nothing doing. As Hastings trying to chase it down in the corner, but Dakota Wesleyan's able to pick up the ball back up within. It's going to be back towards midfield, and Dakota Wesleyan will have to reset. As Ennis tried to get over to his teammate over there, and he had to chase that thing a mile to Michael Kelly. Both teams are now playing hot potato with the ball again. And they're going to have another foul. They're going to call it on. They're going to call it on Dakota Wesleyan. Looks like they're going to call it on number 5, Colin Burke. Dakota Wesleyan now playing with it. They're back in their own defensive zone. Trying to move forward. As they're kicking it back and forth. Going to reset again. Back there to Stevens as he's going to reset. Get it to his defenseman down here. Dakota Wesleyan's now going to try and make some headway. As the ball's down there in the corner against to Knoll. Looks like you're going to call for an offsides. Yes, there is offsides in soccer for those who are tuning in for the first time. We do have offsides here in soccer, just like we do in football. HC now trying to attack in the offensive zone, but Dakota Wesleyan's right there to make the play, and now Dakota Wesleyan will do the honors and go back the other way with it. As the ball's head downfield as kind of an argument there between Shabani and the goalkeeper there, because Shabani kicked the ball and Watkins saying, "What are you doing? I wanted the ball," so they had a chance to maybe get a goal out of this, but no harm, no foul. HC gets the ball as they're heading back towards to my right here and making some headway. Lopez Arteaga with the ball down there. Gets out of there. So it gets it to Coastal, and then the ball gets knocked away by Dakota Wesleyan. Now they'll head the other way. Ball's head down there to Ethan Watkins. Rolls the ball down, back to him again. 1-1 score. About less than 20 minutes left here in the ball game between Hastings and Dakota Wesleyan. Women's game coming up around about 8 o'clock or so. As Hastings College kind of got a breakaway here. Shot in on goal, not quite. But McWhorter, nice hustle there by McWhorter to track that ball down as then we get a shot on goal here by HC, but denied. Another shot on goal, but just over the goalpost, or the net and the football goalpost. We're going to have 3 subs coming here for HC. I'll try and grab as many as I can. Looks like it's going to be David Hoti back in the ball game. Johnny Pedroza and Fran Barron. Didn't say his name. Yes, I did. He is the junior from Argentina. And that is so bad. Spanish there. Please forgive me on that. As the free kick here for Dakota Wesleyan. And Lewis Cunningham in for Maximilian Knoll. Hastings College now with a little bit of a breakaway here. Just led just a little bit too much. And that was Hoti, and just came in the ball game. He was trying to find his teammate down there so he can get himself on the run. But he couldn't do it. As it's a throw in to Dakota Wesleyan, there's going to be a foul. It's going to be a free kick here to the Tigers. It looks like it's going to be Colin Burke. A lot of aggression between these two teams, and that's to be expected. Both teams are trying to put themselves in the win column, especially for this Hastings College group that needs a win. They played pretty well and against tough competition in the last few games, and this Broncos team is stingy and they need a win. As we're going to have a chance here. It's going to be denied. Oh, we got another second chance added here. Hastings into the net, or towards the goal, and it's going to get blocked away there. And that was Barron there. And again, if I botch some of these names, I apologize. But it's going to be a throw-in on the far sideline for HC. Kick down towards the Dakota Wesleyan goal. HC, he's got a chance. As it was denied there by Dakota Wesleyan, and that ball's going to get out of there now. Dakota Wesleyan the other way. As they got numbers. That was Watchley. You know what a battle this is. Wanted a foul down there, didn't get it. Bolster wanted a foul, didn't get it. Now HC coming the other way. And now Dakota Wesleyan get the ball, and they're going to reset, and they're going to come back towards the defensive side. Busy day here on campus, like I mentioned earlier. Well, we had the parade downtown earlier today, and then you had the football game this afternoon. Volleyball just wrapped up. Now you got men's and women's soccer to close out your evening on the Saturday night. The last Saturday of September already. We're going to be in October, folks. Kick back towards Watkins there. Now he's going to kick that ball away. Go upfield with it. It's going to be... That's going to be Pedroza, the freshman from Hastings. Boy, he played on some good Hastings High teams in his high school career. What a game. That's going to be a shot on goal. There's a chance for HC, and he's got to put it in the back, and that's a goal. That is going to be a goal. David Hote. Nice look. Nice job by Hote to break off his defender and find that baby in the back of the net. And that's a goal. And that gives the Broncos a 2-1 lead. You can hear the sounds of Thunderstruck. And the lights, doing a cool light show like most people are doing, and most schools nowadays doing with the lights flickering and going around in circles. It's pretty neat. That's a goal for HC. And they get the 2-1 lead, ladies and gentlemen. It's like Venestani's coming back in for Dakota Wesleyan. It looks like we have another new number out there for Dakota Wesleyan. And that looks like that's going to be number 24, Ronald Matias. Bolster now back in the lineup as well for Dakota Wesleyan. Now Dakota Westland, ball again. Right here about midfield of the football side of things. As he heads it off to Matthias. And kind of a scrum down there as both teams are trying to fight for the ball as HC now comes away with it. And AC might try to play some keep away here, and they're going to hand it back to Watkins down there, the goalkeeper. As Watkins gets that ball away. Beauty. HC now in the Dakota Westland defensive zone. That's something done. Pedroza now gets the ball with HC. Back towards goal a bit, back to Pedroza. Now that's a bad kick there from HC. Now it's going to be in the hands of staying in, then it's going to be out of play, and that's going to be a throw in here. Tias with the throw in. It's Dakota Wesleyan now. It's trying to get him on the goal kick. He's got a chance with Matthias, and that's going to be out of play. That was Stinging, Stinging with the chance at on goal, but just wide. Looks like we're going to have another sub. Looks like that is number... That's good. David Len's going to be out. It's going to be number 15. That's going to be Tristan Hendricks. I should keep my pen out is what I should do. I keep putting it away each time. Tristan Hendricks into the ball game. Nice crowd here tonight. Pretty packed for that football game earlier today. Beautiful day for any type of sporting event if you're outdoors. Whether it be on the pitch, on the football field, golf course. Nice day for that. HC had a chance for a shot on goal there, but nice play there by Dakota Westland as they're going the other way with it. But HC said, let's go back the other way. Under 20 minutes to go here as HC now has a chance at another breakaway. Chance down here in the corner for HC. Oh, nice move. That was a nice move by Hoti there, but the nice save there by Zachary Stevens. Another chance for HC, and that possibly had a chance to ice this game, but nice play by Stevens to keep that ball out of the net. As there's a kick. Yep, that's going to be a foul. They're going to call a... Oh, they're just going to talk to him. Oh, they're going to call a foul. Going to be on Lopez Ortega. But the foul, it's going to be a free kick here for Dakota Westland. There's a in towards the goal. He headed out by HC. Dakota Westland's trying to save it down here. And it's going to be free kick, or excuse me, going to throw in for HC. Down in the corner. Looks like we're going to have a foul down here. Looks like it's going to be a free kick for A.J. Bowman in Dakota Westland. As the sun is completely down now, or not completely down, but at least behind the stadium anyway, so there's no shadows, no sun to deal with. About 17 and a half minutes left in this game. Got a shot in on goal. That's going to find the back of the net. Wow. That was deflected. I got to see who that number was, find the deflection, but Bowman with the shot on goal. There's Adam Higgins. Now we're tied at 2, ladies and gentlemen. We are tied at 2 now. Adam Higgins off the assist from A.J. Bowman. 2-2 game. 17 minutes. That's Dakota Wesleyan. That sideline's now fired up again. We got a throw in here for HC. As HC trying to have breakaway, but Dakota Wesleyan was able to find it and kick the ball back towards the other direction. Free ball here. It's going to go in favor of the Tigers. Ball still battling around. Looks like we're going to have a foul here, and I think we're going to... Looks like just going to be a foul. No yellow card. And that is... I'll give you a number here. That is number... That's Washley. That's number 10, Luis Washley. As he is in pain. And the referee down here is getting the two captains together and talk about it. Look, Ryan Ford down there, he wants more than just a foul. Looks like he wants a yellow card because he's really talking to the official down there. And he's up. Watchley's up. He's kind of limping around a little bit, but I think he's going to be all right. But it is going to be a free kick here for Dakota Wesleyan. There's the whistle. He's waiting for his teammates to get down the field a little bit. And there's the boot. It's going to be played here. It's going to be played by Dakota Wesleyan. Another shot on goal. It's going to be well over the head. That's going to be a goal kick. It's going to be a goal kick. And that was number 15, Tristan Hendricks. Dakota Wesleyan with a little bit of breakaway, but HC was able to kick that thing out of here, and it's going back towards the Dakota Wesleyan goal area. No, just keep the ball back to Stevens, and he'll boot this thing back the other way. As there's going to be heading there by Stingy here. On the right side for... Boy, he's got some speed. That's going to be he had the opportunity. Dakota Wesleyan had the chance to take the lead there, but Stingy was able to get around the HC defense there. So that's going to be out of play, and that's going to be in favor of the Broncos. "15 minutes left. 2-2 ball game. As we're going to have another throw in here for HC down there in the Dakota Wesleyan territory. Try and get you a number on who that is. Throwing it in, that's going to be Lopez Ortega. Singing here and there for Dakota Westland. Hands the ball off. Come back towards the goal. Dakota Westland had a chance at it, but it's going to go out of play. And it looks like they're going to call an offsides anyway. So it's going to be a free kick here for Ethan Watkins and the Broncos. There's the boot. And Dakota Westland territory, and they're going to call a foul. Oh, they're going to call... That's a yellow card. They're going to call another yellow card on Hoti. That is yellow card number 4 for HC here tonight. As like the women's team is kind of getting warmed up down here on the south side of the field. They'll be coming up here after this. Game concludes between the men. Dakota Westland with the ball. Kind of trying to reset offensively here as Stevens boots that ball away. And that's going to head back towards Ethan Watkins. He's able to get that ball out of there. Now it's 3-on-1, and the ball will thankfully went away. Now Dakota Westland's kind of got to reset. Now HC comes away with it, and they get the ball back here in the defensive zone at Dakota Westland. And it's like we're going to have a chance at a breakaway, but nope. But Stevens comes up from the goalie position and knocks the ball back away. HC had a chance there, but nothing doing. Both teams trying to play in the middle of the field. Trying to get some numbers here and get going. But just nothing doing. HC now with a chance out of here on the far side. Coming in towards the goal. It's going to be knocked away, and that's going to be a goal kick for Dakota Westland. And it looks like we're going to have a sub. That's going to be Trochus back in for HC. And for Jake Watt. So Westland with the ball here in their own territory. They're going to call another foul. Man. What is that up to now for fouls? It's a lot. I think that's number 16. Number 16 already for HC. It's been kind of not the greatest performance here for HC tonight. 15 fouls, 4 yellow cards. And it's just not been the prettiest, as we're going to have another time out here. Looks like it's going to be for subs. Get those numbers here in a minute. Juan Rubio back in the ball game. HC get the throw in. HC with a breakaway there. That's Pedroza. Back in his corner here as he's quick feet that young man has. He's going to have a shot on goal, and it's going to be denied there by Stevens. If you didn't get a chance to watch Johnny Pedroza when he was at Hastings High, man, that kid had some quick feet. Dakota Westland with the ball in their own territory. About 10 minutes left. Tie it 2 apiece. Dakota Westland with the late goal here at about 10 minutes ago to tie this baby back up. But now see which team can find the back of the net one more time for this baby hits triple zeros. And that ball's going to land out of play, and that's going to be a throw-in for HC. As I mentioned earlier, Hastings College football early, man, they put up a tough fight. Left 10 points out on the board, and that's exactly what they lost by, 41-31 to Morningside earlier today. And my buddy Tyson Vronick was just over in Lynn Farrell Arena as the Broncos weren't able to go to a fifth set as they fell 3-1 to Briar Cliff. And now the Hastings men's soccer team is in a 2-2 tie with Dakota Wesleyan. See if we can get one of these teams a win here on homecoming weekend. Dakota Wesleyan with the throw-in. They're trying to set up at four corners, see if they can get something in the corner there and come over the middle with a little bicycle kick or a little deep header, but it's not going to happen. As the ball is kicked out of there by HC, that ball's going to land out of play. And that thing landed over the bleachers. That's going to be a throw in here for HC. Somebody better go over to the practice field and go pick up that ball. Looks like we're having another sub. Connor Wood in the ball game. It's going to be Nolan Cardona. Cardona, another Hastings product. And Connor Wood, the 5'11 junior from Sydney, Australia, mate. As we're going to have a breakaway here from Dakota Wesleyan, but it's going to be called. It's going to be a foul. It looks like it's going to be another yellow card. And they are going to call a yellow card. I'll give you who that is down here in a minute. He's laying on his back, and he looks like he's in a lot of pain. Looks like he's getting up. Good sportsmanship there. And it looks like that's going to be number 2, David Makeda, the senior from Valencia, Spain. 9 minutes, 15 seconds left in this ball game. And I believe that's the 6th yellow card on the night. 4 for HC, 2 for Dakota Wesleyan. And I believe, if memory serves me correctly, and I believe if a foul's on the night between the two teams, that's number 24. So it's been kind of chippy. For the most part. But both teams playing hard, 2-2 ball game. As HC are trying to get away from it here as that was Stingy there, trying to get the ball for Dakota Wesleyan, but Hastings College with great defense there. Both teams now playing hot potato with their heads with this ball. Looks like that might be another foul, and they're not going to call it. Back in Dakota Wesleyan zone. Stevens with the ball, getting it away. Now back to Stevens as he gets this ball away. Try and set up something for Dakota Wesleyan. If they see they got one final pusher in the final 8.5 minutes. Shot on goal for Dakota Wesleyan, but it's going to be denied. What a gutsy performance between these two teams here tonight, as both teams are laying it all on the line. HC now throwing the ball. In their own defense. Now HC trying to get a chance to on the offense side, and they do. But nothing there as they're going to try and reset here. Both teams, I think they're on their final pushes now. And it looks like that's going to be a time. Looks like we're going to have an injury down there. And he is kind of hunched over. I can't give you a number yet. That is going to be Lopez Ortega. I don't know if he's cramping up or if he took one to the back of the leg, but something's not right in that lower half. He's going to walk to the sideline. We're going to have a sub here, and we are, and that's going to be Stokes. .722. 7:22 and chain, or 7:22 left here in this ball game. And they wanted a foul down here on the far end here, or close end down here, but they're not going to get as Hastings now has a chance. There's a shot on towards the goal line, but it's going to be denied there by Dakota Wesleyan. Now Dakota Wesleyan's going the other way. That is Stangy going the other way, and that ball got blocked. That thing checked out like my 60-degree wedge. As it's going to be getting more chippy down here as both teams are trying to fight for the last goal here and come out with a victory, especially if you're Hastings College. You're sitting at 7th in the conference and 1-1, and Dakota Wesleyan, you want to try and keep your top spot tied with Northwestern. And Dakota Wesleyan wants to put up their 3rd win in conference play. Dakota Wesleyan now in favor, or in chance of the ball here. That ball gets away, and looks like it's going to be Dakota Wesleyan ball. It's going to look like it's going to be a. Look, they're going to give it a corner kick. It looked like, can't tell if they're going to give it a corner kick or not. It looks like Evan Bolster's now in the lineup, or back into the game again for HC. And it is going to be a throw-in, actually. As I got my buddy Tyson Avronic joining me. How's volleyball?
Mind if I join you? Yeah, just getting back from Lynn Farrell Arena, 4-set matchup for Hastings College. Unable to knock off Briar Cliff.
Man.
Just too many errors for Hastings College in the matchup, all told. Won the service line, couldn't win at the net tonight. So Broncos soccer it is for a chance to at least end this day with some Bronco victories. And as you mentioned, 2-2 tie, Hastings College giving up the 2-1 lead late. And trying to find a way to snatch out a conference victory here in the late stages. 5 minutes, 51 seconds left to go. Nice to join you, by the way.
Yeah, it's nice to see you. I mean, it's kind of weird not seeing you on a Friday night at a high school football game somewhere, but that's all right, though. It's kind of nice to kind of have a night off, but we'll be back next week. I believe we're going to go to Sutton next week for that, but we got some soccer here tonight, my friend, and it's been a dandy. Like I said, 24 fouls, I think 6 yellow cards. It's been kind of rough out there tonight out there on the pitch.
Well, NAI soccer. And Hastings College, obviously, you're playing chippy against the Dakota Wesleyan team. It's towards the top of the GPAC conference, and you don't want to lose on your homecoming night here. And so there's that added intrigue here as Hastings College is going to concede a throw-in.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a lot of throw-ins and a lot of timeouts and lots of fouls, and it's been chippy, but I tell you what, though, it's been fun. As we got 5 minutes left to go in this ball game, and if you're Hastings College, you'd love to come out of this thing with a win here tonight and get your first conference win of the season.
Planting 3 at midfield, looking to try to spring on a counterattack, and you mentioned the speed of this Hastings College offense, and if they can spring free on a counter and get themselves a look at goal, that's the offensive mindset here as they pour forward, but also at the same time got to drop back. You can't give up the game winner either.
Right.
So a fine balance being played. We'll see if Hastings College can't spring an offensive attack here in the closing stages. Don't want to settle for a draw.
Yeah, and some of these, for both these teams, these fresh legs, they mean a difference, man. I can tell a difference. Some of these guys have played most of the game, still got quite some gas left in the tank, and they got some good speed. So speed's not an issue here tonight on this soccer pitch here tonight. Now there's going to be another throw in here for Dakota Wesleyan. Nice header there towards the goal, but it's going to be kicked out of there. But Dakota Wesleyan was able to get the ball, and it's going to be able to try and get a shot on goal, but denied there by the HC defense.
Way to get in front of it from the central defensive midfielder there to block the look at goal. We've seen those go in before from the 25-yard line. If you get some space, you can take a crack, and no room to breathe right now for the Tigers, but they are going to win a free kick here.
You missed it earlier. I think you're still at soccer. The Dakota Wesleyan's tying goal. They had a free kick down here about between the 15 and the 20, and the guy kicked it down towards the goal, and it just barely went off his own teammate's thigh and found the back of the net to tie this baby up at 2. So it was take some luck when you have it, right? It's just that's the way it went. It's the way the ball bounces sometimes. But 2-2 game, 3 minutes to go. As a free kick here awarded to the Tigers of Dakota Wesleyan. As there's a shot on goal. Nice header in. That ball is up there a mile. That's going to be denied. Dakota Wesleyan wants a handball, but they're not going to get. They're going to get a foul instead. So the Hastings College kind of got themselves a break with that one. And
goalie needs some help.
Watkins is hurt. He is grabbing his hand.
Pulled that baby down in a traffic full of hungry Tigers looking for a goal, and it comes down awkwardly, and he might actually have to get subbed out here.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can remember who the second goalie is. I think he might be all right. No, you're right. He's going to be taken out of this ball game. That's what you don't need.
Holding on to that left hand, and a goalie substitution here in the last 3 minutes of the match. Dakota Wesleyan Hastings College deadlocked at 2.
And that's going to be Till Opperman, the 6'3 junior from Bordersholm, Germany.
Sprechen die Deutsch, sprechen sie 3 wins. Either way, we can slice it.
And if you look at that Dakota Wesleyan lineup, I was talking to the folks earlier, bunch of European flavor, Ireland, Germany, England, Spain. And it's kind of a European flavor on that Dakota Wesleyan sideline.
Showing on their conference standings, too.
That's right. Those guys know how to play some soccer.
So Opperman comes in, and the first kick here rolls out of bounds. Dakota Wesleyan going to turn up the offensive pressure. Just 3 defensive players back now for Dakota Wesleyan as they are going to empty out the kitchen sink, and they're going to get awarded a free kick here from 25 yards out.
Man.
They're going to take it quick, too.
That is 17 fouls now against Hastings College here tonight, and man, Coach College is not going to be happy with this performance, even if they come out with a draw. It's been ugly, but if you take a draw, it's better than a loss. As a free kick's going to be in here for Dakota Wesleyan. Nice ball, and just wide.
That was pretty.
That was a pretty ball indeed, and just wide of the net. And now Opperman will now take control here for HC as he's going to go quick. As under 2 minutes to go left, under 2 minutes to go in this ball game, that's going to be a foul, and that's going to be a yellow card. That has to be a yellow card. Now they're going to discuss this. And the fans have been going all night, man. It's been a great crowd all night. Yep, and they're going to call it. Nope, they're saying time needs to stop. As the clock was still running. What are they going to call? Watkins wants to enter back in the ball game, but they're going to have to ask for the sub to wait. They're going to go to They're going to talk to these guys over here in the broadcast booth and see if they get another one, see if it's worth more than that. As the official is talking on the walkie-talkie. And it looks like they're going to say it's just going to be a foul. There's the whistle. So nothing out of that. So just a common foul as we resume play. HC with a chance there. Nothing there. Dakota Wesleyan's playing some hot potato with their heads here. Now they got a chance at it. But HC, nice defense by the midfielders here. Now the other way. 8C with a breakaway. That's McWhorter, but denied. Now Dakota Wesleyan with a chance, and that's going to be nice. That's going to be deflected away nicely. Now we got another HC player hurt. And that is Watt, the junior from Scotland.
Going to ground about the 45-yard line. Should see some end-to-end stuff here. Not dropping a lot of defenders back at this point once you get in possession. And that creates for a flurry of a finish here in the final minute of this matchup. GPAC Soccer here on Extreme Sports, part of our triple header Saturday Bronco coverage. Still looking for a HC victory today. Football coming up short despite a heroic effort against the Morningside Mustangs.
And Coach Franz and I was listening to his post game, and he couldn't have been more proud of his team.
Sure.
He just couldn't. I mean, take the block punt away and take the block field goal away, as that ball is going to land way out of play, and that's going to be a free kick awarded to HC. But yeah, those guys played hard, man, and they fought. They had 344 yards rushing on the ground, and that's hard to do against a good Morningside team. And
goalkeeper swap.
Now we got another goalkeeper swap as Opperman's back in the game again. As we got 50 seconds left. HC has outshot Dakota Wesleyan's outshot Hastings College 12-7.
They might get another one here.
And they might get another one. That ball's going to land literally out of play. We're going to have another stoppage. Oh, we got some chippiness going on down here. So we got... Looks like that's going to be between... 21 for HC. Yep. And again, Noel as well, the 6'2" freshman from Germany. They've been kind of jawing at each other most of the night, and it's finally starting to boil over a little bit.
Should be a fun handshake line.
It should. It's going to be fun as Dakota Wesleyan now has a chance on goal, but it's going to be denied. And we got a chance at a breakaway here for HC. That's going to be Pedroza. He's got a chance. He's 1-on-2. As he's going to get tackled, and that's going to be nothing. Nothing. No call there. I think that's a right call, too.
All clean.
All clean. That's not, though. Nope. They're going to say that's clean, too. As Pedroza is going to hand that off. Nope. The time clock is running down. As that's going to do it. What a fight it was, and everybody. One Hastings College player, two Dakota Wesleyan players just fell to the ground here as everybody's just exhausted. But this game comes to an end in a 2-2 draw. Man, that's going to drop Hastings College to 3-3-4 on the year, 0-1-2 in the conference. And Dakota Wesleyan's going to go to 4-5-1 on the season, 2-0-1 in the conference. We will step aside for just a minute as we get some final numbers here as you're listening to Hastings College Soccer here on Extreme Sports.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious. Made, naturally delicious.
This is Patrick Mahomes, and you are listening to Extreme Sports.
Welcome back to Lynn Farrell Arena, Lloyd Wilson Field here at the campus of Hastings College as the Hastings College men fought to a 2-2 draw against the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers. As Dakota Wesleyan will still be near the top of the standings, but if you're HC, man, you needed that victory. What a hard-fought game it was here this afternoon, early evening. Give you some final numbers here for both teams. And Dakota Wesleyan, 13 shots, 2 of them on goal, 1 save, 3 corners, no offsides, 10 fouls, 2 yellow cards. And for HC, it's 7 shots, 3 of them on goal, no saves, 4 corners, no offside penalty or offside calls, 17 fouls, and 3 yellow cards here for HC. Not the greatest of night. Probably not the best night for HC, but they came away with a draw. I mean, that's all right. I mean, you can deal with the draw, but a win would have been nice to get yourself in the win column, put yourself with a 1 win in the win column, and move yourself up in the stands. But no, 2-2 draw against a good Dakota Wesleyan team here tonight. But that's all she's going to write here for Hastings College men, as the women now are taking the field doing their warm-ups, and we will go back to our regular scheduled programming, but here in a little bit we'll rejoin you as we're going to bring the Hastings College women against Dakota Wesleyan. So just take about a 10-15 minute break and we'll be back with you. You've been listening to Hastings College Soccer and this on Extreme Sports.
You've been listening to Hastings College Soccer on Extreme Sports. Brought to you by 5 Points Bank of Hastings, the better bank. By High Street Insurance Partners. By Highland Dairy, locally made, naturally delicious. By Mary Lanning Healthcare, your care, our inspiration. By Pepsi. And by the Runza Restaurants. Hastings College Soccer is an exclusive presentation of Extreme Sports.
Good news for you if you were trying to be contrarian here in week number 4, if you were going for one of the prizes, be it the booby prize or be it